Trust the bond of my word when the words spill from the tea I've been sipping. Life's a kettle with the water filled nearly to the brim with heat on me and everybody scrambling to find facts and speak opinions from elaborate notes to the brief information placing bets on the monopoly board. The boiling point that getting a turn to make some change while trying to say making change happen is the goalpost. To kick up or shoot the ball lap for dropping the weight of the game, depending on the moves made. Whether getting a hole in one or hoping to toss a winning pass, the results may vary. Because every shift to pivot to shake, as far as what I've seen and what I've heard about, means to play big or get played. I'll at least say this: for all the chips and cracks in the industrial that built up the standards only to actually break people down from fatigue and outdated updates, all those who've navigated their way don't think for a second that I wouldn't give them credit. Swipe. As I've been buying some time in between my first priorities and my pending independent life to enjoy the purchases of entertainment in each form, shattered to mended to making sense. Giving everything to the craft when treated well that talks to me nicely, while I can also see that human beings exist in the work that life spans decades to have ushered in generations. Yet the centuries of history, that's the backbone to the many bones that created this one body of work. Living in the flesh upon the flesh of the living flesh layered on top of the muscle memories that with each scar, each wound, all that strength exposes the weakness that tears open the truth about the escape of legends and realities of man. Women as well. If we gon' say Mother Earth, then she birthed all of us, only for the lot of us to disregard the blessings and art that presents the presence, given our presence here, on location, and landmarks that gives us our identity, while Father Time above teaches us the absence of fear, because fear itself manifests when the illusion of its absence drives dangerous minds into these crash courses through every situation, every circumstance. He's been the definition of taking the wheel. At this point, this ain't a joke. Even when it's made a joke, can't be living by coasting. Going through the motions as our emotions are aimless instead of being properly directed for better purpose, pushing buttons as the rest of us that seem like less. I mean, it really says more than expected. The Lord brought the universe as this galaxy of verses turning stories into movies causes throughout these natural causes amongst the self-harm and harm done to others to raise awareness for raising glasses and celebration that'll be too early to count a win. Knowing we have to take losses in order to make a dent in the indentation written in paragraphs. Certified fresh or spoil rotten, blue checks or red beam dominion, fed nipple babies slash partners, or hungry unfortunates. There's always an argument on everyday living how one-sided practice should have been a two-way street. But till then, individually taking care of themselves and family, while providing inside the home, as the outside's dealing with the neighborhoods, the environment of the homeless and elemental forces, along with the forces of government, combated by social movements that gets countered by antisocial agendas thirsty for useless public executions. Besides the writer's strike, critics' choices for praise or ridicule, political parties continuing the cycle of chaos, domino affecting its citizens. I did mention how I found out about my mental diagnosis being on the spectrum. I know there's a bit of discourse saying how it's a term ran loose. It ain't like I'm trying to wear it like a badge of honor, because I've even questioned what that really meant to me due to my behaviors, interactions, and reactions to everything. Neurodivergence could be a possibility. All I know right now is that looking back, it made sense how I've been acting. Facing life alone, I carry the creative with me, heavy. I carry these ideas on my back with the weight on my shoulders, hoping to make my big break without the pressures breaking me down. I only allow to build myself up, brick by brick, cementing that fruition from my current position onward. But when I'm taking on responsibilities that's required of these teachings being applied to the initiative takes a toll on me. And still, that could also mean I'm ready. Learning to be comfortable by being uncomfortable, which challenges my usual comfort, so I can be more actively vocal.